Hello, good afternoon. This is David Stover talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions video for the upcoming trading week of August 16th through August 20th, 2021. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I will look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame. Okay, just like I always do, and then we're going to compare this to higher time frames. Okay, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly charts, and then based on my experience, I'm going to try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. Okay. So to start off, this past week was like painfully slow, man. It's not a lot of movement. Everything was pretty much in a flat range of market, and as you can see here on the screen right here, so there was not a lot of profit or pips to be made. So that's okay. I have a feeling this coming week will be a little bit better, but the reason this past week was really slow is simply because there was really no news. Okay, and I'm probably gonna make another video about that, but basically, when we don't have any news, any high impact news in the market, okay, there's really nothing to move the market. Okay, news is what moves the market. Okay, it's been said time and time again. Okay, so now there's always two sides to the coin. If there's a lot of high impact news, you have a lot of risk in the market. Okay, a lot of fluctuations. But at the same time, if you don't have any news, you're not going to have any profit. You can't make any money really. So you need the news for the movement to make the profit. Okay, so anyhow, just keep that in the back of your mind. I just want to bring that up real quick. Now we're going to start with here on EURUSD, as we see here on the screen, where the price ended higher than where it began slightly, but as you can tell, like I said, it's pretty much in a flat range of market, right? Everything's moving sideways, which is okay, and you can buy and sell from one arrow to the next. Okay, if I zoom out a little bit, we look at the previous red arrow. Okay, this came in last week. Okay, the previous week, and we had a big drop. Okay, and then finally it's starting to go back up again. Okay, now I know the EURUSD is in a long-term downtrend. Okay, so we have this big drop here and then what we call pullback. Okay, now this is a 30-minute chart, so let's look at the 4-hour. Okay, look at the 4-hour real quick, and we're going to compare. Okay, the 4-hour shows to be going up currently, so that's good. Okay, this is the pullback I was telling you about. We had a big drop right here. Okay, and now it's going back up again. It's not going to go up that much. Okay, it's probably going to go up a little bit more, but I feel it's going to be dropping. All right, and the reason being is now we already have strong level of support going to the daily chart, but if we look at the weekly chart, okay, the daily chart shows to go up right now, but the weekly chart shows to drop long term. Okay, so the long term trend is still bearish, meaning it's going to drop. Okay, now we hit this strong support area. The price went down here. Okay, it went back up down to the same point. It's going to go back up again. Now, do keep in mind that it's not going to go up at that high. Okay, well, I'm guessing, and this is just looking at the chart right here. Okay, we have a support right here. The price came down, formed a support, and broke and formed a resistance. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Support here, resistance here, resistance here. Okay, broke, formed a support here, went up, came down, broke that support, formed a resistance. Okay, and is still at this very moment a resistance. Okay, so that is where we are looking for the price to head. If it breaks this resistance, the next level would be possibly here. Okay, there's a high point here and also support here. Okay, and resistance here. So that is also where it would go. So just know that this area right here would be the target for this price to go. Now if I drop back down to a 4-hour chart and we kind of compare that, let's zoom out a little bit. This is where that resistance is. Okay, we got a long ways to go if it is going to go that high. Okay, that's like a 2,000 point gain. Okay, that's huge, and I don't think it's going to go that high because, like I said, the long-term trend is bearish. Now this is all dependent upon the US dollar. If the US dollar is going to go up, if the US dollar continues to go up, then this EURUSD will continue to drop and go down. Okay, that's just how it works. So, and the euro's been pretty weak lately, so I don't know. Yes, I think the EURUSD is going to go up. I don't think it's going to go that high where I have this green line. Okay, and we already have a resistance right here on the 4 hour. Okay, so that would probably be the target. I don't know. If we go back to the daily chart, here we see that green line. This is where the red arrow is on the 4 hour chart. Okay, so this was I showed you a minute ago. So I feel very strongly that this is probably the place where you will see a red arrow form on the daily chart, although it could go higher. So just keep that in mind. So what does that mean for this week? For this week, you're going to see more of a range of market with a slight increase. Okay, that is what I feel strongly will happen. At the end of the week, we see it drop. We see it shooting back up. If you look on the 30-minute chart right here, we see the price shooting up at the end of the week. It hit a resistance. It might drop a little bit, but it's probably going to go up even more. Okay, the 1 hour chart shows to sell, and the 4 hour chart shows to buy. So yes, it's probably going to drop. We're going to see a slight pullback, and then it's going to go back up even more. So expect it for this week for the price to end higher than where we're at right now. So in the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, it should drop back down, and then by Wednesday it's going to shoot back up again. Okay, and then it should rally up and end higher than where it began right now. Okay, and it's probably going to continue to go up. I don't know, but we're looking for a target of where this green line is right here. Okay, and if we get the crosshairs, that's about, I'm guessing about 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000 pips or points going up. Okay, so that there, 1,000 points is very achievable. Okay, but 2,000, I don't think so. I just, based on my experience. Okay, but anything's possible in the Forex world. Okay, so but that's, in order to do a 2,000 point gain, that would take several weeks, maybe a month or two. I don't know. Okay, because it's going to be a slow and steady gain, and the US dollar would have to drop as well in order for that to happen. So 2,000 point is probably out of the question, but a 1,000 point, yes, it's doable. Okay, already went to that point before. So what you could do, you could put a sell limit dependent order like right here just below this green line and catch it when it drops. Okay, and you could buy now going up. Okay, so what do you do this week? Well, right now it shows a sell, and yes, you can both buy and sell. That's fine. I would probably focus more on the buying aspect than the selling, simply because it's going up right now. Okay, and that's just this week only. I don't know about the coming weeks, but right now it looks like it's going to be going up this week. Okay, so it's up to you, but you should be safe to both buy and sell, but just keep in mind that on Mondays when the market opens, it's very slow, and we need to wait until at least the London session on Monday before placing any trades, so we can see what the market is doing, get some more analysis, some more data. Okay, so I would not sell right this very second. Okay, moving on to GBPUSD. Again, we see here is mostly a flat range of market, and this is interesting because it looked like, compared to the euro, it looked like the euro is a little bit stronger than the Great British Pound, right? So the price ended here on the GBP, ended exactly where it began. I mean, like right at that point. So this is okay. We had some really good up and down movements, which is excellent. And if you're able to both buy and sell on each of these arrows, you have some decent profit along the way. So a setup like this is ideally what we want in Forex, but it doesn't always happen that way, and you try to take advantage of it when you do get these opportunities, right? Now let's look at H4. Look at the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart shows to sell currently. Okay, and it's been slowly working its way down. If we look at the daily chart, it shows to go up. So the price went up here, we have a pullback, and it's probably going to go up again. If we look at the weekly chart, however, it shows to drop. Okay, and The weekly is stronger than the daily chart as far as the signal and the strength of the trend. So long term is definitely going to be going down. If I get the trend line tool right here and draw a trend line, look at this. Oops, I'm not the expert artist, but I want to kind of give you an idea of what this is doing. Okay, if we look at this right here, okay, we see the price coming down. We got these points marked right here. This is our resistance going down. Okay, so whenever you have a downtrend, you want to mark your resistance. Now if this breaks, we're going to go into an uptrend. Okay, and even though here from this blue arrow to this red arrow we have a solid uptrend, right, but we have some smaller trends up and down within. So we'll have the same thing happen here. We'll have some smaller trends up and down within. Long term is definitely going to be dropping. Okay, and again, that's all dependent upon the US dollar. Nobody can tell the future, but we zoom out here. Let me delete that real quick. Draw again. If we look at this right here, okay, look at that. Now I get with the daily chart, we get a better view of this resistance I marked. Okay, that's perfect right there. So as you can see, it's hitting that resistance and it's not breaking. So I don't think it might break. I don't know, but since the long-term trend is bearish going down, I don't think it's going to break. Okay, and it is possible to have another blue arrow that's lower. Okay, if we look in the past, look at this. We had a red arrow followed by a higher red arrow. So meaning we could have a blue arrow followed by a lower blue arrow. Okay, it's happened before. Okay, if we look in the past, here we had 3 red arrows in a row. Right here. Okay, perfect example. We had a blue arrow followed by a lower blue arrow in a third, right? So yes, it is very, very possible. So don't think that this price is going to keep going up. Okay, for me, I just had this funny feeling it's going to keep dropping. Okay, so if we look at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart shows the sell already. Okay, we're at this resistance right now. Now it might go up a little bit more and touch that resistance again, but overall it's going to be dropping. Okay, look at the 1-hour chart. It shows the buy currently, and we're at a strong resistance area right now. So what I think is going to happen this week is we're going to see a pullback. Okay, 30-minute chart. Well, 30-minute chart shows the buy currently, but I think we're going to see a small pullback. If I go down to 15-minute, there we go. 15-minute shows to sell. So this is a soft signal, but we'll probably see a small pullback, and then the price is going to go up more to where this trend line is. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So what do we do this week? Okay, well, right now according to 30-minute chart, it shows the buy. You probably could buy, catch some pips on the way up, but again, wait until wait until at least the London session on Monday. This is the Great British Pound here. Wait until at least the London session on Monday before placing any trades. Okay, so it's already shot up quite a bit. So to be safe, I would probably wait till you get a sell signal and then sell, because the long-term trend is bearish. Now it will be safe to both buy and sell. It's just initially this week I would not buy right this very minute. Okay, I would wait until you get a sell signal, place a sell trade, close it when you get the next blue arrow, and then you can buy again, because you're going to have a lot of up and downs. If you look in the past, we've had some really good buy opportunities as well as sell. Okay, so yes, you can both buy and sell. It's just initially wait until you get a sell signal. Okay, moving on to Aud USD. Okay, again, we see a flat range of market this past week, and that's perfectly fine. We have some good buy and sell opportunities, and the price ended just slightly higher than where it began, and we're probably going to see a continuation of that. If we look at the 4-hour chart, we see the price to be going up, but again, we're in pretty much a flat range of market. Been there for a while now, last couple weeks. It's okay. So you really got some good buy and sell opportunities anyhow. And then if you look at the daily chart, it shows to go up, and the weekly chart shows to go down. So again, the weekly chart is the strongest of the three. I'd never look at the monthly because that's just too far out. Yeah, long term it shows to go up, but I'm not worried. Monthly chart, it takes years for that to happen. Okay, I'm not looking at the next 5 years of what's going to happen. I want to know what's going to happen in the next few weeks or the next few months. All right, hope that makes sense. All right, so look here on the weekly chart, we see it going down, and I can do the same exact thing. We can draw a trend line like that, okay, coming down. But if I go to the daily chart, you can probably zoom in and see it a little bit clearer. I just redraw it. Easier just to redraw it, but we go out like that. Let me draw another trend line. No, delete that. Alright, so we have a high point here, a high point there. So this is our resistance. Okay, we got 1, 2 points touch. Technically we need 3 points, so we're looking for a third point to go up and touch that trend line. Okay, I hope you understand that. And that's just real basic 101 Forex here, but the price has been riding sideways for quite a while now, last 2 weeks, but we're looking for the price to shoot up and, you know, touch this trend line. Well, eventually it will. I don't know if it's going to continue riding sideways and touch it down here, or if it's going to slowly, you know, migrate its way uphill and touch somewhere in here. Alright, that is to be determined. We don't know the future. I think it will slowly work its way up, and it will touch a trend line somewhere in there. We have a support here, okay, and you see that there, but that is if it continues just riding sideways. Now we also have a support here where the price came down and touched. Okay, that's also another scenario which is highly likely. And then there is this right here where this blue arrow is, okay, marker right here. This support also is a strong support and resistance. Okay, that would be also a very good point where this would form another red arrow on the daily chart. Okay, but the thing is, that's a big gain. Okay, I don't know if it's going to shoot that high. Okay, we're looking at a 1,500 point gain is possible. Will it hit that high? I don't know. In a short amount of time, you're looking at about another week or two for that to hit. Okay, less than 2 weeks for that to hit. And I just don't see that happening. Okay, so somewhere in here is probably going to hit. You're going to see a slight and steady uptrend probably for the next 2 weeks. Okay, remainder of August actually. Okay, and again, that's all dependent upon the US dollar. What the US dollar does, we don't know. It's just based on my experience, though, I do foresee this going up. All right, but not a huge gain. Maybe 1,000 points is definitely doable. If we go here and get the crosshairs and we go up 1,000 points, you're looking at right around here somewhere. Okay, for that to form. And if I get this horizontal line, bring it down to here, that would be probably about where it's going to hit anyways. That's 600 points. 1,000's right there. So yeah, it is very, very possible for it to form, you know, a red arrow somewhere in here. So anyhow, what's going to happen this week? Well, we're going to see more of a range of market with a slight increase. If we go back to the 4-hour chart, we see it's already going up. We have a resistance here, which I already marked earlier. Let me remark it just so you can see. Okay, that is the target for this week. So in the beginning, 30-minute chart shows the sell right now. So in the beginning of the week, we're going to see the price drop back down some and then go up, and we should see the price end higher than where it began. Will it touch this green line? I don't know. It's definitely going to get close. Okay. Now, as I showed you in the beginning, this past week the price ended, pretty much where it began. But I do feel that this will continue to go up this coming week. Okay. And again, it's all dependent upon the U.S. dollar. But for all purposes here, you should be safe to both buy and sell using the Australian dollar, U.S. dollar. It's just, I feel that it's going to be going up more than it's going to go down. Okay. Right now it shows a sell, and you don't really see it dropping. So again, wait until at least the London session on Monday before placing any trades. Okay. If you want to be 100% safe, I'd wait until you get a buy signal on the 30-minute time frame and then place your trade. Okay. And don't sell right away. Okay. Yes, you can both buy and sell, just don't sell right now. Okay. Make your first trade be a buy trade since it's going up. Okay. That would be my best recommendation. Okay. Now, moving on to AUD USD. USD CHF. Okay. US dollar versus the Swiss franc here. AUD USD was pretty much on a flat range market. All these currency pairs on a flat range market. So, but we saw some of these other pairs dip down this past week, and now we see the US dollar dip up. And then look at this, EURUSD, it dipped down and shot up at the end of the week. So the USD CHF did the opposite. It went up and it shot down at the end of the week. Okay. So again, it's just all dependent upon news or what's going on in the market. There wasn't really a lot of news this past week, so all the movement is kind of, I guess based on individual traders. But anyhow, the price ended, pretty much where it began. So not huge movements, but you definitely were able to both buy and sell. If you had bought last week when the price was going up and closed here, you would have a pretty decent profit. And now the price is looking like it's going back down. Now the question is it going to continue to go down? Because we know long term is going to go up. Okay. If you look at the 4-hour chart, look at this. The 4-hour chart shows the sell. If I zoom out in the 4-hour chart, kind of interesting, right? Okay, we had a long downtrend for several months, and then we finally, it started to go back up. We finally had a nice uptrend, and then we have a pullback, and the price go back up again. Now we got another slight pullback right now. Okay, if we mark, and this is just the 4-hour chart, but if we mark this support right here, okay, that would be the target where this price is headed right this very minute. Okay, now if we look at the daily chart, we show it to be going up long term. Okay, and the weekly chart as well. So we know it's definitely going to be going up long term. Okay, so the behavior of the euro, Great British pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is going to be dependent upon this. If this continues to go down, then the other ones will go up. Okay, I don't see that happening. Okay, I think the US dollar will be going up more in the long term. Now, this particular week, what should we expect? Well, I think it's going to drop in the beginning of the week. Well, 1-hour chart shows the buy, 30 minutes shows the buy. So this is a very fresh signal. It's not really going up. So it probably will repeat or repaint and drop further. I don't know. But what is highly likely is that the price will shoot up some in the beginning of the week and then drop further. Overall, we can expect this to drop. Okay, and what I think is going to happen is the price is going to drop down the first half of the week down to this support, and then around Wednesday going into Thursday we'll see the price spike back up again. Okay, but overall the price might end right about where it is now, but I think the price will end lower than where it began. Okay, I'm not a fortune teller, but the thing is we're going to see the price drop down at the beginning of the week and go back up. So we're going to see mostly a flat range of market again this week. That is probably the most likely scenario. Okay, so yes, you should be safe to both buy and sell this week. Okay, just put that out there. Problem is right now I would not buy. Okay, again, I would probably wait until you get a sell signal and then sell. It's hard to say. Right now it shows the buy. Okay, now this is the US dollar Swiss franc. I would wait until the New York session on Monday to see what the US dollar does before placing any trades. Okay, yes, it probably will go up. If it does, fine, but wait until you get a sell signal and then sell. Okay, and then catch your pips on the way down, and then close it when you get the opposite blue arrow, if that makes any sense, and then buy again. Repeat that process. Okay, buy on one arrow, close on the next opposite. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, that way you don't have to be constantly glued to your computer and keep checking every couple hours. Typically you can probably wait, you know, at least 8 hours, even a couple of days before you get the next opposite arrow. Okay, we don't know, but typically you wait 24 to 48 hours. So anyhow, wait for you to get a sell signal, sell, close it when you get the blue arrow, and repeat that process. You should be fine. Moving on to USD Jpy. Okay, US dollar versus the Japanese yen right here, and basically here the price ended lower, and like I told you before, if the US dollar Swiss franc is going up, the Japanese yen is going down. Okay, not always, but typically that's how it works. Okay, now basically both of these USD CHF and US dollar Japanese yen had a big drop at the end of the week. Okay, no doubt about it, and this kind of followed this very similar movement to the USD CHF. So for all intents and purposes, we should see the exact same thing happening again this week. If we look at the 4-hour chart, it shows the sell. If you look at the daily chart, it shows the sell. And if we look at the weekly chart, it shows to buy, right? And of course the weekly chart has been showing it for a long time, but yes, the long-term trend is bullish. It should be going up. And the thing is, this daily chart has 2 red arrows. Okay, and it's been riding sideways right here for quite some time. So what's going to happen is, yes, it's going to drop this week. I feel that it's going to be dropping for sure. All right, the 4-hour chart shows the sell. So we're looking, we have a support right here on this blue arrow. This is the 4-hour chart. What we're looking for is a price to drop right here. Okay, now the smaller time frames, the 1 hour, 30 minutes, show to buy. Okay, so meaning it's going to go up a little bit in the beginning of the week. Probably Monday and Tuesday you're going to see this go up, and then by Wednesday it's going to drop back down, and then for the remainder of the week it's going to keep dropping. Okay, so by Friday we should see the price drop down to this green line, hopefully. Okay, how many pips is that? You're looking at about 700-800 pip drop. Okay, pip or point drop all the way down. So that's very achievable. Again, it's all dependent on the market, news, things like this. So like I said in the beginning, we should see the price spike up a little bit in the beginning of the week and then dip back down, and hopefully it's going to rally down and it's going to close somewhere around this green line. Will it continue to drop? I don't know. It all depends if it breaks its support or not. I don't know. I have a funny feeling it will, but the problem is the long-term aspect of this is bullish. Okay, and one of the biggest problems right now with the US dollar is the 4th stimulus payments. Okay, and I know there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of push in Congress right now for the 4th stimulus payment to be coming out. Okay, and hopefully if this gets pushed out, I'm going to try to make a YouTube video and we're going to talk about this, but that would be an excellent time to buy the US dollar. Okay, and typically I have a conspiracy theory, if you will, that all this is planned. Okay, there's no doubt in my mind that all this movement in the Forex market is pre-planned. Okay, there's too many patterns. Okay, too many trend lines that match up perfect. It's like everything in the market is pre-planned. So if the market is going to be going up whenever the stimulus payments are released, the 4th stimulus payments, that would mean the market would need to go down first before it goes back up again, right? So right now it's dropping, and the daily chart shows the drop as well. Now, if they're going to release the payments by the end of August or next month, I don't know. That means that it probably will break this support line, okay, and it will probably drop down to this support line here, which I've said in previous videos, and that would be a realistic goal, okay, and you will see a blue arrow form here, and that point we will see a fourth stimulus if it happens, okay, and then this market will shoot up, okay. Like I said, it's kind of a conspiracy theory, just my guess, educated guess at that, but if there is a fourth stimulus, the market must drop first, okay, and we're probably for the next few weeks, at least the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, we're going to see the price drop, okay. I would say for the remainder of August, we should see this steadily dropping. All right, and that goes across, that's probably going to go across most of the USD pairs. Keep that in mind. So what do we do this week? Okay, not to get off track, but right now in 30-minute chart it shows to buy, 1 hour chart shows to buy, but do not buy right now because these are fresh signals. Wait until the New York session on Monday before placing any trades. If you want to buy, you can, but like I said, wait until the New York session, see what the market is doing, and then if you want to play it safe, I would wait until you get a sell signal, because overall I think the price is going to be dropping this week, okay. We should see a short spike up at the beginning of the week, and then we should see the price dip down and continue to drop starting around Wednesday, okay. Wednesdays are always a good day for reversals in the market. Keep that in mind also. So yes, you can both buy and sell, but I would probably focus on selling more than buying, okay. Now moving on to US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, this is interesting. We see us more of us like steady downtrend. Okay, the price shot up a little bit, came down, and then just fizzled out. And for Thursday and Friday, it just flatlined. Okay, very, very small movement. Really no money to be made, okay. And that kind of sucks, okay. We like a lot of movement in the market, but right now it's just dead. But that's okay, it's going to pick back up soon. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, we see it to be going up, right? The 30-minute shows to go down. You see 1 hour shows to go up. That's good. 4 hour shows to go up, but the daily shows to drop. The weekly shows to go up. We know the long-term trend is bullish. It will be going up. If I get right here and draw a trend line like that, this is on a weekly chart, and you can see it better on a daily. Let's try to draw this on the daily so you can see a little bit better. Let's try to get all these points to match up. There we go right here. So this is our support going up. Whenever you have an uptrend, you need to find your support, and that would be what we're looking for the price to hit. If we go back down to the 4-hour chart, look at that. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. Okay, so we're like almost there already. So the 4-hour chart, like I said, shows to buy. 1 hour shows to buy. 15-minute shows to buy. So pretty much all the time frames are showing to buy, except for the daily. So kind of interesting. But do keep in mind, we could have a red arrow followed by a higher red arrow, no blue arrow in between. Here we have a blue arrow followed by a way lower blue arrow, right? And if we look in the past, we had a red arrow followed by a higher red arrow. So it is very, very possible for the same thing to happen again. Okay, so do not think you're going to see a blue arrow. Okay, I would probably go ahead and discount. I would not even think about a blue arrow forming on the daily chart, because this is going to be going up long term. All right, 4-hour chart is already shown to go up. So what's going to happen this week? Well, we're already at a support, so we're at a pretty strong support right now, so I would predict that this is going to go up. Okay, go back to the 30-minute chart. Look at this. 30-minute shows to sell. So, okay, on Monday and Tuesday, it probably is going to dip down some more, but by Wednesday, it's going to shoot back up. Okay, that is almost a given. Okay, that is a very, very highly probable, educated guess there. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, but if we zoom out on the 30-minute chart, look at that. You can see it's just kind of slowly going up. Right now it's just kind of flatlined, but it is definitely going to be going up. We'll probably see it drop down some more at the beginning of the week and then go back up. I would like to see this touch that trend line. Okay, I would like to see the price touch that trend line and then go up. No guarantee, of course, but we will see. So what do you do this week? Well, it'll be safe to both buy and sell. I do not expect any huge gains, okay, but I do expect probably the price will end about where it began. We don't know. I do think the price will end higher than where it began, not that much higher. So like I said, in the beginning of the week, watch for it to drop down and then come back up again. Now going into the next week, we'll probably see it climb even higher, hopefully. Okay, that is what I think will happen. I don't know, but right now it's showing to sell. So yes, you could sell. This is the US dollar, so wait until the New York session on Monday to see what the market is doing, and go ahead and place your sell trade. Catch a few pips on the way down, that'd be fine, and then wait until you get a blue arrow and then buy again. Okay, if you want to be 100% safe, then I would probably buy only. Okay, but yes, you can both buy and sell. This one, it should not be a problem because we've been in pretty much a range of market, and if you look in the past, we have a lot of good buy and sell opportunities anyhow. Right now it's kind of riding sideways, but it is going to be dropping. Okay, and then eventually it's going to go back up again. Okay, it's just how it works. So yes, you can both buy and sell the US dollar versus Canadian dollar this week. And if you have any questions at all about any of these currency pairs I went over, or if you have another currency pair that you want me to go over, please hit me up on Facebook. I put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Okay, you can contact me there first. Also, I put a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Okay, so with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Please let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much.